Welcome everybody back to the Minecraft Podcast, episode 23, ladies and gentlemen, 23. Noah, how are you doing today?
23. I'm doing quite good, sir.
Quite
are you
good.
Steve?
Huh?
Are you Steve?
Am I? No, it's my skin. Hold on.
Oh shit. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter, but
Wait, no, I am Steve. What? What the fuck? All right, anyways, I'm not going to worry about that.
I am Steve.
I am Steve. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Minecraft Podcast. As always, there's a link down in the description to join our Discord. There's also a link to buy W Energy for 10% off if you use our link, or code Sigma934 for 10% off of anything on their website. That includes energy drinks, that includes energy supplements, that includes hydration motherfucking formula, that includes energy drink cans, that includes stickers, that includes merchandise. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the podcast.
Welcome.
So, Noah, did you know that Lunchies has less sled than the competition?
Oh yeah. You mean it has less lead, and it also has more lead because the competition doesn't even have lead.
Okay, well, both of those statements are correct but incorrect. So let me hit everybody with a little bit of science here.
Okay, well, my bad.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Every piece of food product has lead in it. Okay, everything that we eat has lead in some capacity, right? And when you do this little thing called when you go to this little thing called the FDA, they test your food for lead, right? Because sometimes, yes, shitty factories will, of course, have more lead and shit like that, whatever. So basically, they make sure that your product is safe to eat. If your product is on the shelf, it doesn't have enough lead to cause any damage. And so Logan Paul, and actually, are both Paul brothers involved in this shit, or just Logan?
No, it's Logan Paul, Mr. Beast, and KSI.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so they're putting together a competition, or a competitor to Lunchables called Lunchies, and they're just Lunchables, but that's it. And Logan Paul did this really cringe shit that he also did with Prime, where he was like, "Oh yeah, our product doesn't have what the other products have," and it's like, okay. Sure, you don't. I get it.
It has worse shit.
Well, I haven't seen the actual ingredient. I don't think so. I think it technically.
I don't know, man. I don't trust anything that guy does.
No, that's valid. Look, here's the thing. Some people are acting as if this shit's like gonna fucking kill you. Look, it's a Lunchable. I don't give a shit. Like, I just.
No, dude, we should buy some and make a video about it.
We actually should. We actually should. Actually, yeah, why not?
But then again, I don't want to support those assholes. But it's for the content.
Well, you're not even really supporting those assholes. They don't own the company.
They don't own Lunchly?
No, they don't own Prime. They're just major fucking ambassadors of the brand or whatever. Like that's the thing. That's the thing.
I thought they literally made it.
I don't think so. I think it's like Prime, where they were like Logan Paul and KSI were like, we own Prime, and they don't. They don't own Prime. They say that they own Prime, but they don't. They're just like mega sponsors of Prime.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah. No. It's yeah. Anyway, welcome to capitalism, everybody. But yeah, no, I mean, I didn't like deep dive into the ingredients, but it's just a Lunchable. I don't give a shit. Some people are acting as if this is the worst thing that's ever happened to fucking kids, and I would argue, Pearl Harbor might be worse. I'm not saying but some people are.
Worse. I'd say it's like not like bad, but it's like stop getting kids like trying to eat your Lunchables.
That's like
profiting off of kids is got to be one of the lowest things I've ever seen people do. Like, I hate that so much because it's like, dude, you're really going to take advantage of an impressionable kid like that? I just hate that, personally.
So I'm the oldest in my family, and I have younger siblings on my mom's side of the family that I kind of get to live vicariously through them as I get to see what they're into, right? And one thing for Christmas last year that they asked me for was Prime. They got three of them got Prime cases. Okay, that's what I got them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know how fucking insane that was to me? When I was their age, right? Like 10, I'll just say 10 through 12, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't wanting a sports drink. Like, these guys are just selling, like, the craziest shit to kids.
Yep.
Pretty fucking nutty, but, you know.
Like, the stuff that you should be selling to kids, if you should be selling anything to kids, is, you know, toys.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, toys, you know, video games, works, you know, but not fucking Lunchables?
Not
That's for the
Lunchables and
parents.
Prime.
I think that's for the parents, really. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's the whole point of those, is to get, like you don't have to make them lunch. You can just put that in their lunchbox, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know what, dude? Like, I bet currently you show up to fucking school with a Lunchable instead of a Lunchy, dude, you're gonna get fucking bullied. I can almost promise you.
Oh, yeah, and then don't not to mention that, you know, it's just...
Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of this. I mean, like, some people are acting as if they're fucking, like, as bad as, like, Johnson & Johnson. It's like, dude, look, they're making money. I really, like, everybody that sells shit to kids is just as bad as them, in my opinion, right? When you take, I would argue, like, when you take a company like Kellogg's is a fucking evil corporation. And, like, I mean, they're just on the same level as Kellogg's, you know? But like, some people are like, oh, dude, they shouldn't be allowed to do this. It's like, well, yeah, no company should be allowed to do this. Kellogg shouldn't be allowed to put a cuckoo bird on the fucking box either, you know? Like, I feel the same way. Like, they shouldn't be allowed to put Frosted Flakes at eye level. Did you know that they did that, Noah?
They put Frosted Flakes what?
So they put Frosted Flakes on the lower shelves at the grocery store so that kids see them. Yeah. That's the type of shit that should be illegal. Are you fucking kidding me? Or the Kellogg CEO being like, oh yeah, groceries are too expensive? Buy a box of cereal for dinner, retard. That was one of the craziest PR statements I've ever heard.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I love America, don't you know?
It's great.
It's great. It's great here!
Best country.
Best country. And also, did you see the Lunchies lineup?
The pizza, Fiesta nachos,
Yep.
and turkey stackums, or whatever the fuck.
They literally stole every Lunchable, and that's so funny to me.
Yeah, and I saw somebody be like, okay, so this is the marketing campaign. You know, steal the homework. Don't even really change it up. Just change up the names, really. And then proceed to make a commercial bashing Lunchables, saying, "Oh, we're the best, we're the better ones." That's what the marketing campaign is.
Yeah.
Not even saying why it's better, just saying, "Oh, Lunchables sucks. Eat our food. It's better."
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like if I was to open a burger place and just say, "Oh, I'm better than McDonald's."
Okay, Burger King. Anyway.
And Mr. Beast did the same thing. Mr. Beast Burger. That's the same thing with the Crunch bars and Hershey bars. I got Feastables. That is such a weird name for a fucking candy bar, dude.
So I agree and disagree with the Feastables. I give Mr. Beast a little bit of a pass, considering the purpose of that product. The purpose of that product is that they're simple products that can be digested by people that have Crohn's disease, because Mr. Beast has Crohn's disease. Hershey's does not make products like that. And I'm pretty sure Lunchies does the same thing. Now, if I'm wrong, I will gladly admit that they're not doing that with Lunchies. But that is part of the whole thing with Feastables and Mr. Beast Burger, were that they could be eaten by more people that have, like, Crohn's disease and other diseases.
Okay, see, that's nice. I like that. But I can't help but think, and this is just my personal suspicion with Mr. Beast, but I mean, I could be wrong, but who knows? I feel like he does a lot of nice shit just to, like, get on people's good side so they don't even suspect anything about him. I feel like he's a secret psychopath or something, man.
You know, maybe, but I don't know if you could fake it for that long and for that, you know, for that much. You know what I mean?
Like, people that do that.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, you think he's just been murdering hookers?
They hide behind virtue.
That's true. There's that guy. He was killing prostitutes, and he would admit to murders in other cities and shit, and be like, "Yo, I killed this girl," or whatever. And he's like,
I'm
no.
thinking more like he's a pedophile. But,
Yeah, I know. But I just thought this was funny. And he would be like, yeah, no, I murdered this girl. And they're like, no, you fucking didn't. There's no way that you were here to kill this girl at the same time or whatever. And they're like, oh, you got me. But secretly, he was actually like fucking murdering people. But anyway, yeah, no, I mean, it's
American
a possibility.
Psycho.
Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, no, it's a possibility that maybe he's a pedophile. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know the guy, so I can't. But also, like, with how he reacted to the Chris situation, maybe not. But who knows? I'm not going to go there. But at least I'm not 12, so I'm not a Mr. Beast fan. So
I watched his videos before he was like super huge.
Me too.
But once he started getting up there, I just got so turned off by his video. I was like, this guy.
Yeah, there was like, I remember his videos like back in the day, like where he's like, all right, I'm gonna count to 1 billion or whatever, you know. But I'm not into like his stuff where he's like, I gave 1,000 people a bunch of money. It's like, okay.
I cured 1,000 people's blindness.
Yep. How did I do that? I fucking cut out their cataracts. Or, yeah. I don't think you cut out cataracts, but however you get rid of fucking cataracts.
I bought this entire island.
I bought Epstein's Island.
And made it my own sex trafficking ring.
Yeah! All right. That's what we do here.
Consensual sex trafficking ring.
Yep, consensual, baby. My lawyer said it would be fine. I got that fucking Larry David fucking lawyer, man.
My lawyer said it was okay.
I got that Seinfeld lawyer on speed dial, brother.
But Saul said he would make me innocent.
Yep. I just think that's so funny that Bob Odenkirk's parents played lawyers in Seinfeld, and then he played Saul Goodman.
What?
Yeah, Bob Odenkirk's parents worked on Seinfeld.
That's cool.
Yep. Anyway.
Okay, next topic.
Yeah,
this one's getting a little worn out.
Yeah, I actually have one that I thought was kind of funny that I forgot to add to the list, but it popped in my head today while I was looking at Twitter. Sonic fans are just as bad as Marvel fans, man. They will pretend, oh yeah, this video game that just came out is so fucking good, it's the best thing ever. And 3 weeks later, they decide, you know what? It's actually really shit. And it reminded me so much of Marvel fans, so goddamn much. And it's just the worst. Like, the Sonic community is just so fucking bad in general. But, like, oh my god, man. They'll be like, oh yeah, dude, this game that everybody hated in 2006. Oh, dude, fucking masterpiece, baby. Fucking masterpiece. And it's like, you guys thought that it was dog shit a year ago. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah. I think that's a lot of fan bases that just have a lot of autistic people in it, isn't it?
Yeah, that changed their minds a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I share a lot of those kinds of traits. Like, I change my mind on stuff a lot, and it's kind of... Yeah. But once I like find out like that I like something, I don't really go back to not liking it. Yeah. There's a lot of people that go back and forth, and it's like, okay, sometimes I start out and I don't like something, but then once I like it, and that's it.
Yeah, and that's fair to like start off not liking something and then deciding later on, oh, I like this.
Like, stuff might grow on me, you know?
Absolutely.
But like, these people, they will decide they like it one week and just hate it the next week.
Yup. And like a big one that I can think of, at least for Twitter standards, was Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 was a movie that they hated for the longest time, and it was like a movie that a lot of people disliked. And then they decided, oh wait, you know what? It's actually a misunderstood masterpiece. Why? Because 2 people said it on Twitter, and I guarantee you they'll fucking switch their mind up in a couple months. You know, I mean, it wouldn't.
They're gonna be like, wait, hold on, I totally see what you mean now.
Yep.
But then later on they're gonna be like, wait, I don't know what the hell I was talking about.
Yep. I can't stand it. And it's like a lot of these Twitter accounts just are ran by people that have no original thoughts in their brains. They will see, oh wait, we hate BVS again now? Okay, that's my new personality. And then they just will fucking gaslight people into believing, oh no, I never thought that. What are you talking about? I never thought that. I always hated on. What are you talking about, stupid?
I was just grifting before.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all that was going on.
Yeah.
It's either they're grifters or they are just autistic. That's really all it is.
Yep.
Me and Luna, we found this guy yesterday. Like the new Thunderbolts trailer came out for Marvel.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, and this guy, we found, he was like, this looks so bad and blah, 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 blah. And people got him in the comments. They were like, dude, you literally said you were excited for this movie, like when Comic-Con was happening, you said you were so excited to see your favorite MCU character again.
One of my favorites is the whole Moon Knight thing. Who the fuck is Moon Knight? Funny about that.
Yeah, and then they were like, "Oh, Moon Knight is such a good character. Like I've been waiting for so long to see him."
Moon Knight is so underrated and is truly the best MCU character, and that's my favorite too. Is that any character, will finally get a movie or a TV show, and then all of a sudden they make their whole personality. No, this has actually been my favorite all along. It's like, no, it fucking hasn't. Don't pretend that Hawkeye is your goddamn favorite Marvel hero, or don't pretend that She-Hulk is your favorite character, buddy. Well, I mean, obviously Moon Knight was also the biggest example too, but it's like, guys, it's fine to not know who somebody is, you know. Or even be like, I don't really know enough about this character. But just enjoy the show for it being a fucking Marvel show, dummies. Anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. But this was also going to lead in because, so they did something dumb today at State of Play. I don't know. Did you even know that there was a State of Play today, Noah?
I had no idea.
Yeah, you didn't miss much, I'll tell you that. But basically... they announced that they are doing a Sonic 3. So Sonic Generations Remastered comes out this year alongside the movie Sonic 3. And they're doing a special mission that is going to be voiced by Keanu Reeves where you play a shadow. And it looks so...
Oh, I think I saw that.
That looks so cool. But guess what? If you want to play that, you got to pay 15 extra bucks, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're making a remaster of a video game. Maybe you should just include it for the $60 price tag.
Okay, yeah, $60.
Yeah, and then part of
I was thinking maybe like, $45 for everything, right?
No, I'm pretty sure it's 60. If I remember it, actually, it might even be 70. But yeah, no, knowing Sega, it's probably a full 70. But yeah, no, I was like, I saw that during the state of play today. I was like, oh, dude, it's actually a really cool idea. Like, it would be cool to play Shadow.
I don't even know why I'm mad. I'm not even gonna play it.
I know you're not gonna buy it. But as
I'm
somebody
not gonna buy it. But like, I'm still mad for you because it's like, dude, I hate it when game companies do that shit. I hate it. Games should not be $60 or $70. They really should not be that because they know that people are going to wait for the sale anyways. Most people wait for sales.
Here's the thing. I can understand why games are $60 or $70. My biggest issue is when shit like a remaster of a game that came out in 2011 is $60 fucking dollars. It wasn't even fucking...
Yeah, that's like even more ridiculous to
I don't
me.
think it was even $60 when it first came out.
Oh my god.
It's like remasters should never cost full price. Lollipop Chainsaw did it correctly. That game is not full price for the remaster, and it's also on sale for the first month or whatever. Like it's a tiny discount. But it's like, okay, that's a game that's a decent remaster and isn't fucking $60 goddamn fucking dollars.
Yep.
Oh man, I just all right. But yeah, it looks cool, but I'm not paying an extra.
Pisses me off.
Oh, what really pissed me off, and AC is doing this too, where if you buy the deluxe edition, you get to play it early. Let me remind people.
Oh yeah.
You're not buying it to play it early. You're buying it to play it on time. That's literally what you're doing. You're buying it to play it on time. Don't let them fucking trick you with their magic little marketing. You are paying to play it on time. If you pay for the 60, you're just paying to play it late. That's how that shit works, and it's so dumb. They should not be allowed to do that. Shit should be That shit should not be allowed, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yep.
I just wish we would get rid of deluxe editions in general. Like, like, I just don't know why we need deluxe editions, especially like with what, like Star Wars Outlaws is an example. They give you a free mission that includes Jabba the Hutt. Okay, cool. For $10? Are you fucking kidding me? No.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Mm-hmm. I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I'd probably pay that much.
You would pay a whole extra $10 for one mission?
Yeah.
Okay, but you're also buying. But you also didn't buy the game at launch.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you buy it on sale. Yeah, exactly. You're not paying $80 fucking just to play an extra Jabba the Hutt mission.
Nope.
So like that, like, I specifically mean when people pay for it on launch. If you want to pay for it when it's on sale,
I'm gonna wait and see if the game is like worth my time first. And so far, like everything I've seen, I'm just waiting until I get like in the Star Wars mood to play that, because and the thing about me is like whenever I get in the Star Wars mood, I get in the Star Wars mood. Mm-hmm. Like it's like me with that Destiny era I was in for a bit. I was like really into Destiny.
Yeah.
You know. And then when I get in the Star Wars mood, I get in, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I'm
very into it.
It doesn't look like a great game.
I have to wait for that before.
It looks like a fine game, but it does not look like a great game. But that's just my opinion.
It looks like a fun game if you've been waiting for like a Star Wars open world, because I've been waiting for a Star Wars open world.
That's fair. Well, we kind of already have that with Fallen Order, but anyway. Yeah, no, I mean, I just think that there are certain practices in the game industry that need to stop, and deluxe editions are that. Deluxe editions need to fucking die. But certain deluxe editions, like, you know what? Guardians of the Galaxy was that was a little different, but. Well, we bought physical ones. Did you buy a physical one too, or no?
No, I have the digital Xbox,
okay.
So I got the
skins and stuff. Yeah. So I bought the physical one, which that one was fine. It was like I think $80, and it came with a steelbook and everything. Like that was cool. But like
that is cool. I wish I had that, because that game is a phenomenal. I did not expect it to be that good. No, like I really didn't.
Nobody did. That's the thing. Is it dropped? If I remember right, it just kind of dropped out of nowhere. Nobody's expecting it to be good.
Didn't it win an award?
It did, I think. That's
so cool.
It didn't win Game of the Year, but it won like what the fuck did it win?
Voice cast?
Probably.
Acting?
I think.
Music? Probably not music.
No. I think it might have been acting for some reason.
That game had a lot of good voice acting.
It did.
If you are a fan of like James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy movies, it's like a must play. Like it's not them, but it's like it's a really good imitation.
Yeah, it's really solid.
Them.
Yeah, that was like we were both like genuinely just surprised by that game when it dropped. It was like, oh wow, it's an actual good game. Because was that made by the same studio that made the Avengers game, or no?
No.
Okay. But either way, it was like it was like the last Square Enix Marvel game was fucking Avengers, and that was kind of shit. So like nobody was expecting this to be good, but it was actually like really fucking solid.
Yeah, and I remember when the game came out, everybody thought it was because. Everybody thought it was Crystal Dynamics and everything, because it was like if you bought Guardians of the Galaxy, you got like a special nameplate in Avengers or something.
Oh. And
everybody thought, oh, they're just trying to like cash in on this game. But no, it's a genuinely good game. Play it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's on sale all the time, but if you haven't played it yet, go for it. It's good time. Which. I'm excited for the future of Marvel video games because we got some good stuff coming. With Rivals, obviously.
I'm so excited for that. Did you see? Oh, speaking of that, do you know the roster?
I think I know most of them. I don't know about the future plans for it, but I know like what the current one is. I think.
So Wolverine actually leaked.
Oh shit!
And Moon Knight was announced too.
Oh, okay.
So Here, let me get the
full
roster
roster,
up here
yeah.
so I can tell you. Roster. They announced Psylocke.
Oh, okay.
If you, I don't think you know who that is, but all right. The leaks say we got Adam Warlock, Black Panther,
Sick.
Black Widow, Blade, Captain America,
Sick.
Cloak and Dagger, Doctor Strange, Groot, Hawkeye, Hela, Hulk, Human Torch, Invisible Woman, Iron Fist, Iron Man, Billy the Shark,
Billy the Shark.
Loki. I don't know who that is right off. Okay, Magic, Magneto, Mantis, Moon Knight, Fantastic Four. I can't believe I said that. Mr. Fantastic, Namor, Penny Parker from Spider-Verse. You know who I'm talking about, right? Psylocke, Punisher, Rocket Raccoon, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man, Squirrel Girl. Okay. Star-Lord, Storm, The Thing, Thor, Ultron, Venom, Winter Soldier, Wolverine.
Sick. Okay. Yeah, that's a solid lineup, honestly.
But the launch one, that's leaks. I'm not gonna believe that just yet. But some of those are true to be revealed. So the actual roster that we have right now is Bruce Banner, Hulk, Punisher, Storm, Loki, Doctor Strange, Mantis, Rocket Raccoon, Black Panther, Groot, Magic, Luna Snow. I guess that's the one that I didn't recognize. Okay. Iron Man, Spider-Man, Magneto, Scarlet Witch, Penny Parker, Star-Lord, and Namor.
Okay.
Those are the ones in the game right now.
That's good. Solid lineup. I'm just glad that they're not restricting Spider-Man only to PlayStation.
Yeah, and Venom.
That's good. That's good.
If I didn't mention him.
I don't know.
And Hela.
Oh, okay.
Groot, I guess. Did I say Groot? I don't know.
You said Rocket, but anyway.
This is confusing.
Yeah. Honestly, the game looks pretty solid so far from the closed beta that the PC version already had. And that game comes in, what, December for us? Something?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
No, that December for PC, I think, but then next year.
Oh, is that what it
consoles.
was?
Marvel Rivals console release. Yeah. December 6th. Never mind.
Oh, sick. Dude,
Yeah.
December is going to be... December and October are going to be huge months for gaming, man.
Yep.
Always
Dude,
are.
I hope we get Deadpool in that game and we get Nolan North to voice him.
I really hope so, too. I want them to do another Deadpool game because that original Deadpool game that they made in, like, 2013... Like, genuinely a really fun game, and I wish that they would do more stuff with that. But yeah, I hope that they bring Nolan North back because he does a great Deadpool for the video games and stuff.
Yeah, and he voices him in the Lego Marvel too.
Does he? Okay, cool. Yeah, he's always kind of been like there for the animations, not animation, but non-live action stuff. And he does a pretty good job at it. So.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. Next one. Next topic?
Yeah. Pick one out from the list, Noah.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Hunter's new fear of still water?
Oh, fucking Christ. Do you know what still water is?
What is that?
So still water is water that is in, let's just... okay, so it's water that is not flowing. Okay, so this is like water that gets fucking trapped in an abandoned building or an abandoned pool. And this started is I seen this video, and he's like, and he's like, a lot of people ask me what I'm most scared about when I explore these abandoned houses. And he's like, and some people are like, is it the homeless? Is it whatever? Is it getting caught? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, it's this. And he's like, we were going to explore this basement. But then we decided to test it for still water. And he throws a fucking rock. And the still water is so fucking clear. And like, it was so fucking scary to me because I was like, oh shit. And at first I was like, oh, it's just water. What's so scary about it? And he goes on, he's like, if you fucking touch this shit, you would probably die in 72 hours. You wouldn't even fucking know what's coming. And like he starts talking about the parasites that can live in still water. And look, I have no reason that I will ever interact with still water. But oh my fucking god, No thanks, dude. That shit was so scary. So then I went down a rabbit hole of people exploring abandoned shit, like amusement parks and shit, and be like, look at all this still water. And like, they would be like, all right, let's check out this building. And they're like, all right, hold on, let's check it first. And they like throw a rock or some shit, and it's just filled with water, and you can't tell. You can't tell until you throw that fucking rock or you throw that piece of anything in there. Ugh, it's so fucking, ugh. Anyway.
Yeah, I think you just, okay, we have a cooler at work.
Yeah.
With a bunch of drinks, and he leaves the door open.
Yeah.
To the van, so not gonna. I don't want to get any drinks out of there anymore. I don't think, because I mean, there's so much shit around those job sites, bro.
Yup.
That like I don't want one of those things crawling in the fucking cooler laying eggs and.
Oh fuck that, dude!
Could you imagine?
Oh my god! And the worst
me
part
drinking
is
my Gatorade and there's like fucking.
The worst part is you wouldn't fucking know. You wouldn't. Oh.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You. Sometimes I'm fucking thirsty though.
Yep. Yeah. Me when I show up with my life straw to the fucking still water. You ever see that video of Bill Gates in like India or some shit with his life straw?
His what?
His life straw. Do you not know what a life straw is?
Oh yeah, life straw.
Yeah. So he's at like this disgusting trash-filled river in India, and he's like, it works anywhere, and he sticks the straw down in it, and he fucking takes a drink, and he goes, see.
Oh my god. You know what I would do first?
What's
I would, filter it out first, then drink the water just to, test it. I wouldn't use a life straw because what if it doesn't work?
Yeah.
What if it stops working?
Yeah, I know, right?
While you're doing it, like it's gonna go in your mouth, bro. You can't.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing. We're not just talking about drinking gross fucking water. We're talking about drinking contaminated fucking water that causes dysentery, brother. Like, oh, fuck that, man. Anyway.
Yeah, or, brain-eating amoebas.
Yeah, dude.
There's those too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did I tell you about the time I scared myself into maybe thinking I had one of those?
No.
So, we were going to New York, and we were in a hotel.
Yeah.
And it has a pool, and it has a pool and a hot tub next to the pool, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know why I did this, but after we got out of the pool, I was like, okay, I need to warm up, right? So I get in the hot tub, and I don't know why I did this, dude. I put my fucking head under the water. And after that, I got myself sick because of the hot water, getting into my head, right? And I went to bed with a headache, and I looked it up, and it said if you don't put your head under hot water because you could get a brain-eating amoeba. It's rare, but it might happen. And I started feeling bad, so I was like, oh shit, dude, I'm too embarrassed to tell anybody. So what if I die? What if I die within the next 3 days and nobody knows why?
It's the most real shit ever. I do that shit to myself all the time.
It never happened, but I was like, oh god, dude, I was so scared that one night.
Dude, I've never done this. I've never done that, but what I do is sometimes I'll go down these rabbit holes on YouTube of watching scary ass body cam, like not body cam, dash cam footage, like of cars and shit at night, like driving.
Oh yeah, me and Luna do that.
Or I'll listen to 911 calls and I'll freak the fuck out of myself, right? And okay, for anybody that doesn't know, where I live, nobody could break into this fucking thing. Nobody could. You have to scan. So first, like when you walk through the door, you need to scan your building ID, right? Like to unlock the first door. Then you need to do it a second time at the front desk, and then you need to do it a third time when you get to your door, your actual like room door, right? And I convinced myself, what if this happens? What if somebody also like does some of the scary shit that I hear in these 911 calls? And I freaked the fuck out of myself, and I'm like, and then I'm like, dumbass, that's literally impossible here. But I went done. I did this last night, by the way. That's why I mentioned it. I watched this dash cam video. These fucking Christ. They're in Mexico, and they made a roadblock. And this fucking driver is incredible. He fucking swerves out of the way of like 4 cartel trucks that are trying to steal their vehicle. It is one of the craziest fucking videos I've seen. There's also another one. This guy is like, they got a call that like about a train crash, and they go, he goes, I got here, but it smells like gas. Like, yeah, you might want to back your cruiser up. And as he starts backing up his police car, just a giant ass fucking fireball appears in the sky. And I could not imagine being that fucking police officer. I would just shit my goddamn pants. Just be like,
it's weird. I've never really heard you talk about things that make you scared.
Yeah, dude. Well, it's funny because like the thing is, right, is like, I don't mean say this to be mean to anybody, but I'm not into like a lot of like the ghost stories and things like that. What I like is the straight up like fucked up like
real shit.
Yeah. Exactly. And like the body cam footage and the goddamn 911 calls is what gets me. And I'll go down these rabbit holes of these videos of people dissecting body language in like interrogation rooms. I watched this one a couple months ago. This kid, he was like 19. Actually, no, he's 18. He fucking murdered a homeless man. And like, so it started because he tried to get rid of his car by throwing it in the pond because, you know, he killed somebody in his car. So they pull it out of the car or out of the lake or whatever. And his parents are like, this is so fucking weird, right? So she's going through his room and she finds the fucking homeless dude's head in a bag.
Oh my god, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you know this one?
Yeah. Me and Luna watched it.
Oh, that fucking creep. Well, anyways, I'll cut it really short. But basically, just for the viewers. So then the cops show up or whatever, and the kid gets there at the same time, and they go, your mom found something in your room that she was concerned about. What do you think that might be? And he goes, a human head and hands. I'm like, you fucking, oh. Anyway.
Yep.
Yep. It's like the fucking Dahmer confessions and shit, dude. That shit's also, Anyway.
It's creepy because it's like, so dude, you're admitting to this openly. It's like,
yeah.
Dude, that's creepy.
Mm-hmm. So fucking chill.
That means that he would do it again.
Oh, absolutely. You, maybe. That's really scary is when these fuckers, they'll like ask him in interviews and shit. They're like, would you do it again? I'm like, oh yeah, of course I would. It's like, what the fuck,
It's even scarier, like the people who like act like they feel bad, that's even creepier to me. But then they don't feel bad. But the people who you can tell if they feel bad, that's a little sad, you know?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
But like the people who pretend to feel bad so they can go out and do it again, that's really creepy too, because they know that means that they know. That means that they know how to act, but they don't want to.
Yeah, dude. I seen this guy. He fucking murdered his wife and his 2 kids so that he could be with his new girlfriend, and it like the whole thing's so fucking sad. But there's a moment where they're like, all right, you can. They already pretty much know at this point. And they're like, all right, you can have your phone or whatever. And he's in the interrogation room. He fucking messaged the girlfriend and was like, I'll be there soon, babe. You fucking dumbass! But yeah, no, that story was really fucked. Or do you know that story about this guy? He murdered this college girl or whatever that he was obsessed with, and he's on the news, and he's like, I don't know where she is or whatever, and I hope they find her soon. And he like threw her body in like the dumpsters or whatever, and as they're talking with the murderer, they go, we're just getting reports that they actually found body parts in the trash cans around campus. He's like, and you could see it on his face, like, oh, fuck. It's like, oh my God, man. Oh, anyway.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, what a great way to...
You want to talk about the... Oh, no.
Oh boy, do I, Noah.
All right, go ahead.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Lay it on me. Lay it on me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So anybody remember that girl a couple months ago that went on TikTok and said, hot Tuah, when somebody asked her what she does to dick? Yeah, she's got a podcast now. And it's
How could I forget when everybody fucking reminds me?
How could I forget? And here's the thing. So I heard that she had a podcast, and I was like, oh, okay, oh, great. So I watched a whole episode of it, a whole hour's worth.
It's time to tell my story.
Literally, she says that at the very beginning. I'm not even fucking joking, you Noah. That is the first thing that comes out of her mouth. Did you already know that, or was that your guess?
No, that's what she said when she announced it.
Yeah.
It's like, it's time to tell my story. What story? Who are you? What the hell?
That's okay.
Like, who cares?
And some people, and by some people I mean absolute fucking retards on the internet, have tried to claim this to be that if you don't like the podcast, you don't get it, whatever, you just hate women. No, that's not why. I would say the same shit if they gave a podcast to some guy that was like, yeah, I spit on that goddamn pussy. I would say the same thing.
I feel the same way about Speed. I don't see why he's popular, dude. All he does is scream.
Yep.
And so I can go out and scream on the internet and act like a fucking fool, and I can get popular. I mean, I don't want to, but if I did, I probably would get popular. Yeah. That's just the state of the internet right now,
and this is what I couldn't stand, because the humor was clearly humor that guys were finding funny, right? Like it was humor that not like us guys find funny, but certain men would find funny, right? And like
my boss. My boss finds that funny. He was quoting it, and I was like, "Oh god."
Yeah, exactly. Point proven. Point fucking proven. It wasn't funny to men like us, and it wasn't funny to any woman. I've never heard a woman find that joke funny, right? Okay. This podcast, I could not figure out if it was made for women or men, and I'm pretty sure it's made for women, right? So I took some notes here. I took notes while I fucking made my ears ring for an hour straight listening to this shit. So anyways.
This dude took notes while listening to the talk to her.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I wanted to fucking throw up while she fucking talked to me. Anyway, hold on. Let me find my notes for this shit. Let me find this shit. Sorry, I put it in my notes in a weird place. Give me just a second here. Because, I think that if I suffered through it, you guys need to hear some of these highlights too.
Oh, especially me, though.
Yup. Okay, so the first thing that I would like to point out, the first thing that I wrote down here, is that this podcast features the Hawk Tuah girl. And
that's so funny. That's so funny.
What's so funny?
That there's a siren in the background.
I know. Yeah, they're coming to fucking arrest me for
speaking ill about her.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, who do you think was her first guest on the podcast, Noah?
Oh man, I don't know. Taylor Swift.
That'd be funny. Whitney Cummings.
Okay, I have no idea who this is.
Oh, that'll be a whole different discussion. We're not gonna go over that lore. Anyway, so that was the first note I took, and I was like, so it's one of these podcasts where they don't shoot it weekly. Well, they do shoot it weekly, but it's not one of these things where they do it on the fly. It's one of these things that they already recorded a whole season of. It's one of these podcasts that are put together by a big organization, right? So she's already filmed it all. And I hate those kind of podcasts. I genuinely hate it. So her and Whitney Cummings sit down and they have a conversation about sex stuff, which, okay, fine. I get it for a podcast. That's fine. Whatever. The first thing that they do is that they introduce everybody to first of all, I wrote down this. Why? This is exactly how I wrote it in all caps. Why the fuck is she not speaking into her microphone? So throughout this whole goddamn podcast, she does not speak into her microphone. She's speaking off to the side. Rule number 1 of broadcasting, bitch! You speak into the microphone. You have a Shure SM7B in front of your fucking face. And I know that, and obviously, look, this isn't a well-produced podcast. Obviously, she has a whole team working on this. Like, we know this, right? So
I guarantee you, and this is just me talking, we probably have a better, more entertaining podcast than them.
Oh, dude, I'll get fucking there because I couldn't figure out who this podcast was for. It was like watching fucking paint dry. They just talked. Okay, all jokes aside, it was like, what is she going to talk about? Literally, what the fuck is she going to talk about? I had to check out what she talked about in episode 2. She was
going to talk about Hawk Tuah. That's what she was going to talk about.
Oh, just wait. She gives everybody a tutorial in the room of how to do the Hawk 2, Noah. And she goes, you gotta be angry at, she goes, you gotta be angry at the dick. You gotta go Hawk Tuah. And,
yeah, we all know what movie she watched.
But yeah, so I keep going through this fucking podcast, and it's an hour of her and fucking Whitney Cummings sitting there just talking about sex, talking about their sex life. And like, okay, fine. The funniest part to me about this is that
I can already tell right now that this podcast was for women.
Well, I'm gonna get there now.
Guys don't listen to that shit, bro. Like we just want to hear about cool shit.
Yeah. I thought that too, right? But also, for the most part, men were quoting Hawk Tuah.
Well, okay. Some men, not me men.
Yeah.
Will find that funny. But what they don't want to hear is women talk about their sex life.
That's fair.
We just don't.
That's fair.
Men just don't care about that. Women talk about that. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with talking about that. It's just I'm not the type that would talk about it. You know.
Yeah. We don't come on this goddamn podcast and we don't talk about how we railed our fucking girlfriends all weekend. That's not what this podcast is about.
Yeah. No, it's about cool shit.
Exactly.
Just controversial shit, making fun of stuff. That's what guys talk about.
Exactly.
That's what we talk about.
But
I'll let you continue because you seem to have conflicting thoughts about what I think.
I just have one more small little thing I want to mention about this podcast. At the beginning, she introduces everybody that's on the podcast. So it's her, Whitney Cummings, and 2 of her friends. Okay? Why? I have no clue who her friends are, and she introduces them like I'm supposed to know who her friends are. Why the fuck would I know who her friends are? I don't even know who she is. I have no fucking clue.
It was the girl that was standing with her when she said the thing.
Yeah, no,
right?
That's literally who it was. And it's like, look, no offense, I do not fucking care. I do not fucking care.
But it's funny, Hunter.
It's so funny.
She got you to listen to it.
Oh, you know what's? Yeah, she made me listen to a full hour. I gave her some fucking money. My YouTube premium subscription is going to work, baby. The worst part about this is that in the intro, they introduce everybody and they go, we needed one white guy in the room or whatever. And he goes, yeah, that's pretty diverse for nowadays. And nobody else laughs at it.
Oh, God.
And I'm thinking to myself, you said that joke in front of Whitney Cummings? You made that joke in front of Whitney fucking Cummings, dumbass. She wasn't going to find that funny. That's like you said in front of Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah, black people deserve to be slaves. What were you thinking, dummy? She wasn't going to find that funny. She's not going to find you funny. Anyway. Anyway, don't waste your time with the Hawk Tuah podcast. Also, I did take a sneak peek in episode 2. She tried to explain to her grandmother what Hawk Tuah meant. And her father.
So funny with the siren in the back.
Yeah, he had to come to fucking arrest my ass. So we're charging with 2 counts of saying that Hawk Tuah is a bad podcast.
No, either that or just talking about it in general, like they hate it. You know, it's just.
Yep. And originally, so I'm taking a podcasting class this semester. We have to choose 3 podcasts to listen to throughout the semester. And for a split second, I wanted, as a joke, to be like, you know what? I'm going to listen to the Hawk 2 podcast for a semester. I couldn't do that. I couldn't. It's some of the worst. Listen, no one knows is more better than the viewers probably do, but I love myself a good podcast. I love myself some good radio. I love myself some good fucking talk radio and some good podcasts. That was probably the
Just
worst.
like how I love myself a good comic book.
Exactly. Right? Listen, I couldn't make it. That was probably I've listened to a lot of shit. That might have been the worst podcast I've ever listened to. Anyway, that's really all what I got to say about the Tuah podcast. Don't waste your time.
Oh my god, you want me to tell, like, just so I can say something about this?
Yeah,
you want me to tell
absolutely.
a story about how I found out my boss was into that?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I can't remember why he said that, but I think they were like, what? I can't remember why he said it, but he said something. Either we were talking about comedy or somebody asked him about, like, somebody was asking him about, like, what is he like in, like, which is, like, in sex or whatever. I don't know why he would, but I mean, hey, look, sometimes that happens with, like, the blue collar guys. For some reason, they like talking about that shit for some reason.
Yeah.
And he just said hawk two, and I'm like, oh. And that was like that was like the day after it came out, and I was like, oh god, I know he saw that.
Oh, it's so fucking cringe, man.
And I was so disappointed. I was like, oh my god, really?
It's so fucking cringe.
He also likes Taylor Swift, and he also, and I remember telling him, hey, I don't like Taylor Swift, and he's like, oh, is it because she's a Chiefs fan?
What the fuck?
And I'm like, no, I just hate her.
That's so
like,
funny.
I don't care what, I couldn't fucking care less what kind of sports team she supports, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I already know this guy likes her because she's with that one guy from the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
Our boy Travis Kelce gonna win us the champion. No, he's not. Anyway.
I hate that guy. I hate everything about it. Hate football, hate him, hate her.
What's wrong with Travis Kelce? He's actually got a funny podcast.
I don't care.
No, that's fair. No, that's fair. No, that's fair. It's with his brother, who is also in the NFL. It's actually a pretty decent podcast. But anyway, continue on with your.
He's the source of that stupid fucking meme that lasted for a week. Which one? Of that one of him yelling at that person at the Super Bowl or whatever.
Oh yeah. yeah.
And he just, like, in that picture, he just looks like a complete asshole, dude. I don't know how to... And
I forgot about that.
He just looks like a complete asshole in that picture, and it just pisses me off that people like him. I don't know.
That's fair. I forgot about that now, actually, yeah.
It also pisses me off that, like, he used Taylor Swift... I feel like he used Taylor Swift just to be, like, more popular.
I mean, yes and no. I'm not like... The thing is like, yes, Taylor Swift is obviously bigger than Travis Kelce is, but also, he's also making millions with the Chiefs, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he was like the #1 draft pick, but that is a fair complaint. But anyway.
It just reminds me of, the internet will make anybody famous for no reason.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Yep. Which, like,
it seems like you have to do the most outrageous shit online just to get famous now. Like that guy that put those forks into the fucking toaster and then it made him go flying and he shit himself and the camera froze right when he was in midair shitting himself.
Yeah,
like, dude, why are you doing that? Yeah. That is so, like, you could die, but he got his views.
You want to talk about why Joe Rogan was famous on the internet this week?
He thinks the moon landing is fake, huh? That's what I'm reading here.
Yep. So he went back on that. So he had Matt Walsh on this week. So if anybody doesn't know Matt Walsh, controversial conservative talk show host, works for Ben Shapiro. Now you're caught up. He just put out a mockumentary actually, about DEI in the workplace. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, motherfucker. Anyway, so I haven't watched the movie. I don't know if it's any good. I don't really care. I don't like Matt Walsh. So anyway, we had Matt Walsh on the podcast. And Matt Walsh goes, do you think that the moon landing's real? And Joe Rogan goes, no, it's fake. No. And Matt Walsh goes, do you understand that it would be harder to fake it? He goes over some of the talking points or whatever. And Joe looks at him and goes, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but Oh, dude, it's like
It sounds like such like a Bo Gogan thing.
Oh, I know. It's such a Joe Rogan thing to say, isn't it? Like I see
like
that.
I understand what you're saying. Like he didn't listen to anything he just said.
No, absolutely fucking not. Like Matt Walsh was ready to have. Like Matt Walsh is used to like debating people, right? Like Matt Walsh is used to
cheeseburgers.
Exactly. And that's what makes this so funny. Matt Walsh has gone on Joe Rogan like several times. That's not what Joe Rogan's about. He's not gonna fucking listen to your reasoning, motherfucker. You're not here to debate. You're not sitting with Neil deGrasse Tyson, who's also somebody that's relatively smart, to sit down and discuss if God's real. That's not happening here, motherfucker. Joe Rogan's high as shit, and that's how it's gonna be. You're not gonna like. He's gonna ask you, "Wow, dude, your movie's funny, wasn't it?" And that's gonna be the extent of your fucking conversation. I've listened to Joe Rogan for years. I know how this is gonna go. Anyway.
Yeah. You're not gonna get a serious conversation. Like if me and you went on there any day, I doubt it would happen. But anytime, we'd be a perfect fit.
Exactly. We know what we're getting into. It's like there's also this other clip where I don't remember who it was, but she was they were like talking about Hillary Clinton, and Joe Rogan was like, yeah, no, I didn't like Hillary Clinton or whatever. And he's like, I voted for Bernie Sanders or whatever. And she's like, why don't you? And she like called him a conservative or something. Keep in mind, Joe Rogan is not one, but that's not the point. And she's like, why don't you have conversations with like more liberal people or whatever? And he goes, I do. I had Bernie Sanders on my podcast, and it was a great conversation or whatever. And she goes, I had my mom on my podcast. You want to compare? And he goes, what the fuck? What are you talking about? It's like, do you not know what we're doing here? Like, we're making a fucking comedy podcast. This isn't a fucking political discussion, motherfucker. This is a show where we bring on Bill Burr. So we bring on alcoholics like Bert Kreischer. Like,
so okay, what are your thoughts on the thing going on in Israel right now?
Yeah, I hate it when people try to make it like Joe is like some fucking like some political guy. It's like, no, that's not what this show's about. And it's like
when they got mad at him for bringing on Ben Shapiro, no, he just brings on people.
Exactly.
He just brings on random, like he literally he's talked to Bernie Sanders. He's talked to like all these people, bro. He's talked to people on like the opposite ends of the spectrum of everything. And like it's only a matter of time before he gets fucking Trump on there, dude.
Yeah. Well, he won't do Trump because they won't let him do Trump without. They want to edit it, and he's like, I'm not letting you do that.
Okay, yeah, good.
Yeah, I think that'd be so funny.
That's all you need. That's all you need. Like that's all you need to know, that he's not like that.
He's not a fucking conservative, and you're like. And like he's not political. His podcast, like yes, he'll talk about political stuff.
He even said that he's a Bernie supporter, dude.
Exactly. He voted for Bernie. But yeah, it's like, look, I get it. Some people don't like talking about politics at all. And like if they say one thing that you disagree with, they will hate you. I get that. But also understand that it's a comedy show. This is not a news show. This is meant to be comedy based. So like accept it as that, man. And I don't know, but anyway. Yeah, so Joe's been listening to too much Alex Jones and thinks that the moon landing's fake.
Oh my god, Alex Jones. I think I talked about that already, so never mind.
About what?
He's like the kind of guy that will like convince himself the world is ending every week.
Yeah.
The Haitian immigrants have been caught red-handed again.
They're eating the dogs.
I got a video proving it, and it's literally just a video of a grill with two plastic things on and nobody attending to it. And the guy in the back is like, "Oh my god, what are they doing, bro? What are they doing?" And then he just cuts back to him, and he's like, "See."
Oh, dude, he's so funny. He's so funny.
So he's so like,
mentally
ill.
ill.
To be funny.
Yeah, no, he does. He thinks that he thinks that some like okay, there are people that watch him that are like unironically like, oh yeah, fucking genius. But
oh man,
I love the angry compilations of him. It's so fucking funny. So
did
goddamn
Vsauce
funny.
ever go on the Joe Rogan?
For some reason, I think he did.
All right, let me look.
That would be a funny conversation to hear.
Joe Rogan. He did.
Very nice.
2014.
I was gonna say, who hasn't been on fucking Joe Rogan, man?
You know, he needs to get a silverback gorilla.
There we go. Yeah, he needs a fucking animal.
His idol.
Mm-hmm.
He loves monkeys.
He does. Monkey.
Apes. 572. We just hit 572 as I'm talking right now.
Oh shit, 572! All right. Yeah. Thank you guys for 572 subscribers. So there's going to be a video like next week that's going to be going over because if you've been here for the year, which some of you probably have been at this point, over the last year we've really been grinding out videos, and it's been a year, which is that feels crazy to say, doesn't it? No.
We've had a whole year worth of videos. That's really
man.
cool that we can say that we have done a whole. I think this is the first time where we have a consistent schedule throughout the whole year.
Yeah,
which is really cool.
It's been like
I think that's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Which there's going to be a whole video talking about that because we got a couple things we got to announce and things like that. But thank you guys again for this.
And there is an announcement coming.
Yes.
Towards the end of this.
Yes.
And it's going to come from my mouth.
Yes.
Soon.
Absolutely.
It's going to come out of my mouth real soon.
It's going to come. No.
It's going to come in my... I'm just kidding.
It's going to come in my mouth.
It's coming out of my mouth.
Speaking
shortly.
of coming, the Batman 2 scripts is done. It's done.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get to that segment right now.
We got to talk about a lot of Batman stuff today.
This is a Batman segment right now.
Yeah, so if you don't like the Batman 2 note,
Batman 2 script is finished. They're going to start filming in January.
Very nice. I'm so hyped.
Hell yeah.
Which we weren't making videos
There's
at that
rumors.
time. I don't think. But, oh shit.
Yeah, I think it started in what?
What's that?
What, our new... Wait, no, we were. Weren't we?
When the Batman Part 1 came out?
We
weren't actively making videos, I don't think.
No, I thought you meant in January.
Oh,
okay,
no, sorry.
My fault. Yeah, so did you hear the rumor that they're going to make it take place during winter?
Ooh.
And have a blue theme instead of a red theme?
Ooh, I like that idea. That wouldn't make sense.
Personally...
Didn't Part 1 take place during Halloween?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I thought.
So
I couldn't
Part
remember.
2 could, like, jump a little bit.
Dude. Be sick.
Well, I know that the Penguin's going to act as a bridge.
Yeah,
the first and third. Not the third, the first and second.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't the Penguin originally supposed to be a prequel to the first movie?
I don't think so.
Okay. Either way, yeah. Well, we'll talk about that later. But
what Matt Reeves said about the Penguin was, he was like, what can we do with this character outside of the movies? He's like, I love this character, and I want to see, just more on him, but, like, we can't really do that in a movie, because he was like, we can do TVMA, but we can't do rated R.
Yeah. Why can't they?
They won't let him. They won't let him.
Why?
Because I guess they don't think that anybody's going to want to see a rated R Batman movie.
Oh, really? Okay.
The studio just thinks that. I mean, I'm sure he wants to.
Oh, I'm sure he does. But who the fuck at the studio is like, oh, yeah, dude, R-rated? This movie was already dark as shit. Nobody was taking their kids to go see Batman.
You could tell me that this was going to be R-rated, and I would have believed you.
Absolutely.
And I would not have questioned it. I went and saw it.
I went and saw it and thought it was rated R at first because it seems rated R. Like, the really thing that is missing is a couple F-bombs and maybe some more blood or something. But anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it could easily be R-rated.
Oh, easily.
But yeah, the Penguin, the first episode, it really did not feel out of place in that world because I saw a lot of people being like, "Oh, it's too mature for me."
Really?
Yeah, I saw some people say, "What?
It's too mature for you."
It's not a comic book show. It's trying too hard to be like a real show. It's like, okay, so comic book shows aren't real shows. What?
Okay, well, that's what we should be doing, right? Because I've said it for a long time, right? You need to be able to make a comic book show, and like The Dark Knight knew how to do this. The Dark Knight was going beyond a comic book movie. It was a movie that everybody saw.
It was the first comic book movie, well, maybe other than Blade, but first comic book movie to actually be like a really, really, really good movie that did not lean too heavily into the comic book genre.
That your fucking grandparents went and saw. Everybody went and saw that movie, man. You know, like
and I follow this guy on Twitter. I mean, me and him have pretty similar takes, but I don't agree with him on this.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I hate it when comic book shows try so hard not to be comic book shows. But this guy loves The Dark Knight, and he praised it for being like not like your typical comic book movie.
Yeah.
And I said, but dude, you like The Dark Knight for the same thing that the Penguin's trying to do.
Yeah.
Like the Penguin's trying to be a great show without like you having to rely on the comic books, just the comic books. Like Peacemaker, it's a great comedy, but it relies on the comic books too.
Right, exactly.
That's more for nerds. I think.
Absolutely.
The Penguin, it can be nerdy and it can be for everybody.
Oh, dude, absolutely. And
that's the beauty of that.
That's also the great thing that they're doing about the Batman, right? Like the Batman clearly takes inspiration from certain comic lines, just how the Dark Knight does. But like it doesn't. It gives you a slight origin, and it doesn't confuse you when you go in, right? Unlike Peacemaker, which isn't a great example, but that's just the example we're going to stick with because it's also DC.
Yeah, and I love my nerdy comic book movies.
Absolutely.
Like I love Deadpool and Wolverine.
Absolutely.
But I can really appreciate a really good movie like The Dark Knight, or I don't know, what's one that Marvel did that is like an actual movie.
The first Iron Man movie.
Yeah, first Iron Man movie. Like that's. And it's funny because we really haven't had another one like that since. But and the only movie that I can think of that came out that year that felt like an actual comic book was Speed Racer.
Yeah, that definitely feels like a comic book, which I guess makes sense because anime. But anyway.
Yeah. But speaking of the Penguin, you want to get into our thoughts and feelings?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll give the non-spoiler portion quick. If you, I mean, just give it a shot, man. It's Batman Sopranos, really. Literally, there's even this isn't really a spoiler, but even his mom has dementia, even in the Sopranos. It's just fucking straight up the Sopranos. But I mean that in the best way possible. It's what I wanted from the Penguin, man. Also, for maybe if you're not really excited for it or anything like this, if you are a Batman fan, it's clearly very much taking a lot of inspiration from The Long Halloween. It's really cool. I thought so far the idea is a really sick idea. But yeah, honestly, check it out. I thought it was brilliant. I was like, oh my God, man. From the start of that episode to the end, I was like, dude, this is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna dare to say it, but I'm like, for real on saying this. I think it's a masterpiece already.
It might be,
the
dude.
First episode is so good, dude. I mean, I know people they like to say that there's people exaggerating, but I'm not even kidding. When I start to listen to the theme of a show or a movie or anything, that I really like it, and I've listened to the Penguin theme so many times already.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I hope that this leads in, if this does well, I hope this leads into more stuff in the Batman universe, because I love this universe that Matt Reeves is building, right? It's so fucking cool, and I'm glad that they're not trying to connect it to some stupid shit. Dude, if you give me another show like this they won't do this, but if you did it about the Riddler, that's just my example. But if you did more shows that gave us more background and stuff like this, I would like that.
So they did something with the Riddler called Riddler Year One, but that's a comic.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
And it shows how he became like that.
Okay.
And I haven't read it yet. I have read the first 2 issues because I was trying to get them when they were coming out, but I wasn't too into comic subscriptions back then.
Yeah.
So I just have the first 2 issues.
Yeah.
So but I'll get back. I'll get more of that in a second. But first I want to tell you about like the canceled Gotham PD show
Yes.
that they were gonna do.
Yeah, which
But it got canceled.
Yeah,
He
still
said
sad
Matt Reeves
about
said that that evolved into something else.
Okay.
So he wants to like explore that in like a movie or something. I don't know
Cool.
I don't know what he was trying to say.
Yeah, because I was
But
hyped about that for a while.
He said it was gonna be like a '70s style cop show.
Yeah.
And yeah, it would have been really cool. And he also said that the Arkham series also got canceled and evolved into something else.
Yeah. Which
But I'm sure he said that we're probably gonna have a show in between each of the movies.
I like that idea. So
we're gonna have the Batman. Now we have the Penguin. Now we're gonna have the Batman Part 2, and then another show probably, and then the Batman Part 3, and maybe more. Who knows?
yeah, I hope that they continue on with this universe. Like, I'm not saying give me like 15 of these Batman movies, but like, do more shows and
I
stuff.
hope they do 6 Batman movies.
That would be sick, actually.
At most 6, because if we had a Batman saga
Yeah.
of movies, that would be so good.
Yeah, and I mean, this might be the time where we don't need to reset the universe after 3 movies, you know?
Yeah, and I saw somebody say this. Let me know what you think of this. I think it might be kind of cool. Who knows?
Okay.
They think that the Joker is going to be teased at the end of each of the movies, and then at the end of the saga, he breaks out of Arkham, and like a fully experienced Batman has to like take care of him.
I think that would be cool if they are going to expand to make this a 6-movie saga. That I think would be great. Because I mentioned this, well, not in a video, but privately when they first teased him in the first movie. I love the Joker, but do we need another Joker story? But I do like that idea, and I think it'd be more unique if we have a more experienced Batman that is taking down the Riddler, taking down Clayface is in the next one, right?
That's the rumor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's not confirmed, obviously, but Clayface was the rumor. I think was Firefly the rumor too?
I think that was Batgirl.
Oh, that's right. It was Batgirl that had Firefly. Who else was it? Anyway, it doesn't matter. But like, yeah, if you take down some of these more,
Mr. Freeze was the.
Oh, was it? Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But who knows? I'm excited to see who the villain is. To be honest with you, because we don't know. That's the cool part. We have no idea who he's got in mind and how he's gonna do it. Like the coolest part about this is like how he's gonna do it, like in the universe that he's got. Because like the way he did the Riddler was so genius. Like making it like the Zodiac killer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that Riddler is incredible. It's not going to happen because we already have the Riddler, but I want Zaz to get some love in a movie. I think that'd be fucking fantastic.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool, too.
But, I mean, he was already kind of a Zodiac killer type anyway, so it's like, we're not going to,
I saw one of those comic book accounts, Blu-ray Angel.
Mm-hmm.
That guy that does all that cringe stuff, like the guy that's like, oh, I'm training to get a part in Batman Part 2.
Yeah.
I saw him be like, oh, the guy in the Penguin, his name is Victor.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what if he's cyborg?
He's not.
What if he's cyborg? What if he's Mr. Freeze? Oh my god.
They're not gonna, I hope they don't. They're not going to do that. Matt Reeves is way beyond that.
No, they're just that he literally said his last name.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Already, he's just a kid named Victor. Can we just leave it at that?
Yep.
Does everything have to be a tease? Like, come on.
Yeah.
And he's obviously gonna die at the end of the show.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
Like a sympathetic story. Like,
absolutely.
Obviously.
Yep.
And I also saw somebody be like, I could see this, like if he met Batman instead of the Penguin, I could see him being Robin, but he met the Penguin instead.
I mean,
and I'm like, oh yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, he seems like, like a Jason Todd.
Yeah, that makes sense actually. Yeah, especially. Yeah, now that I think about it, I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Like not Dick Grayson, obviously.
But
but Todd.
Yeah, but literally Jason Todd was like, pretty much the same way. So yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, no, I'm still excited to see what they do with Robin in this trilogy, anyways.
If they do Robin.
Yeah, that's if they do it. I, for some reason, am hoping out that they will because they haven't done Robin since Batman and Robin.
Yeah, or maybe they won't because Brave and the Bold's gonna have Robin.
Yeah, they might not now actually. Which that I'm just excited for. I'm just excited for what DC's making in general right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff in the works.
Do you want to maybe announce what we got planned?
Yes, sir. You want to take it or you want me to go?
Yeah, it's going to come out of my mouth, so.
Go for it.
Okay, so I was thinking after the Penguin came out, I'm like, okay, I really want to make dedicated videos to this, but I also want to make it something more, not just us talking about the show.
Yes.
So then I got to thinking, like, me and Hunter, like I love Wolverine, but I know Hunter's not like a big Wolverine fan. And I also love Spider-Man. Like, we both like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But I was like, but what superhero do we like the most? Like, both like a lot. And I was like, well, it's obviously Batman.
Yeah.
So we're going to do like a show where we talk about just Batman stuff in general. New stuff, old stuff that we haven't talked about at all, really, that you haven't heard our opinions about. New stuff to us. Really.
Yes.
And I just think it'd be a fun time to do that. And as we go along, I'm thinking monthly we'll have a comic that we'll talk about. Like a comic run. Like Long Halloween, Nightfall, Year One.
Yeah,
you know, stuff like that. Stuff like that. Dark Knight Returns, you know, like big ones.
Yup. Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe even talk about the new one coming out, Absolute Batman.
Which I look sick. Did that come out yet?
No, that comes out in October.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Which, yeah, looks pretty cool. So, yeah. So, it's really just going to be a show to just kind of chat and chill about all things Batman. It's not going to be weekly.
Yeah.
It's going to be bi-weekly. We'll figure it out as we go. But, yeah, we just thought it'd be something fun. And in addition to this podcast, to have sort of a mini podcast to go alongside it for, you know, our Batman fans, you know, because we both love Batman over here. So,
yeah. And by the way, Hunter, I already have an idea of what we can start talking about.
oh, yeah? What's the first idea?
So there's this box set on Amazon
Uh-huh.
that's like $30,
Okay.
and it's a box, and it has the Batman art on the side of the box, and it has 3 comic graphic novels that inspired the movie.
Oh, cool. So what does it have? Long Halloween.
It's got Long Halloween, Batman,
Year One, probably.
Ego, and Other Tales,
Okay.
and it has Batman Year One.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I haven't heard of Ego and Other Tales, but yeah. Okay. Year One and okay. Cool.
I'll send it to you so
Yeah,
you can
sick.
see what I'm talking about. I'm thinking we could both buy that
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
talk about it
Absolutely.
on the podcast, on the Batman show. But yeah, that's the plan. That's something because Skyblock just ended.
Yes.
The door is open for another thing to come
Yep.
out, so we have more time on our hands to do other stuff.
Yes. And once again, we do want to say that schedules are going to change for this month of October. So podcast is going to stay remaining. Commentaries are going to stay remaining. Halo is going to go on hold for now. It's going to come back in November. The Batman podcast will probably start. We will see. I don't know yet, just because we got specifically a couple other videos that need to come out in October that are going to be big deals that we mentioned last week. And then also we got a big surprise for you guys at the end of October. But
yeah, huge surprise.
Huge surprise. But yeah. But yeah. Which we're way over an hour, but hold on, give me a second here. We're finally fucking almost done with this fucking thing over here. Only took
Oh,
2.
yeah,
Oh my god, man. Hold on, let me finish this last little bit, and then I will come up to the top of the castle. And I think next week we're actually gonna fucking fill the interior of this thing. And I got to do a little bit more work on the side. But anyway. All right, let's see what time we're sitting at here. Okay, yeah, we are sitting in 1 hour and 20 minutes.
All right. But we don't really have time for another topic, do we?
If you want to talk about anything else, we can absolutely talk about something else. I don't remember what else is on the list.
I think there's one more thing that we didn't talk about.
Okay.
Xbox Halo 25th anniversary.
Oh yeah, so 343 came out and said that they have big plans for Halo's 25th anniversary. They did not tell us what that means. That's probably when they're going to release the CE remake, is my guess.
Let me look into this because I have no idea what this is about.
Yeah,
and that's funny because I'm a big Halo guy.
Yeah, no, I was looking for headlines and I saw that headline. They did not announce a single fucking thing. That's my guess, is that they are planning the CE remake that's been rumored for a while to come out around the 25th
when
anniversary.
When was this?
I read it yesterday, I believe, on Game Informer.
Okay, Xbox Halo 25th anniversary. New info about Jesus plans for 25th anniversary. Okay. The company is reportedly building plans, a monumental achievement for one of the world's most celebrated FPS series. Okay. Well, both. Okay, the original Xbox console. Okay, they're probably doing a remake for CE then.
Yeah.
We have such a rich heritage and history, and these communities have been active for so long. You have to celebrate that. Okay. Well,
yeah, which
I hope it's good.
I hope so too. I think they need to do something big, man, because Halo is in a dire fucking state right now.
Yep.
Which is unfortunate because it's like Infinite was such a good game, but it's like they ruined it with everything going on with that fucking game, man. And it's like I don't blame current 343. It's like it wasn't their game, you know. But anyway. But I am hoping, obviously, for a CE remake. I think that would be sick. Because we know that they're working on something in Unreal Engine 5 that's going to be where the next game is built. They're not using whatever the other engine was. But I think this is really going to be a chance for them to test how Unreal is going to feel in Halo. But before, you know, they put all their balls in the basket of Halo 6 is going to be built, not 6, but Halo 7 is going to be built in Unreal Engine 5.
That's cool.
Yeah. Would be my guess, but who knows? I'm just somebody that is hoping for the best from 343.
Right. There are two topics we couldn't get to, but
we'll save them.
Maybe get to them next time.
Is there anything? What were they? Are they anything important?
The Switch 2 and then Pager something.
Oh, you know what? We will save the Pager story because it's still evolving with Israel. Anyway, we're not going to go there. But I will just mention the Switch 2. Switch 2 is pretty much already confirmed. Nintendo just got something approved by the the FCC regarding the Switch 2. So there's rumors that they're going to announce this very soon. So, you know.
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm expanding this out a little bit because the corner over there is a little bit further out, so this one just looked a little wonky.
Oh, okay.
So I was just expanding this one in particular out for now. But anyway, we're going to call it an episode, so. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Once again, thank you so much for 572 subscribers. We really appreciate it a ton that you guys have been checking out the channel and really giving us support. Also, there's a link down in the description to join our Discord server. There's also a link to buy W Energy with our code, or you can use our code Sigma934 for 10% off of anything on their website. That includes energy drinks, hydration formula, goddamn energy cans, anything you want on their goddamn website. 10% off, baby! Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day, and peace!